Have you ever looked at the horizon and thought, why does the Earth look flat if it's actually round? Well, you're not alone. Today, we're going to crack the mystery of why our brains trick us into seeing the Earth as flat, even though we know it's a giant spinning ball. Stick around, because what you're about to learn will change the way you see the world, literally. Alright, let's start with the basics. Perception and scale. When we're standing on the ground, the Earth's curvature is just too large for us to see. The Earth's circumference is about 40,000 kilometers. To make it easier to understand, let's put it another way. Imagine you have two balls, a tiny one like this ping pong ball and a big beach ball like this. If you put a little toy figure on a small ball, you can easily tell it's standing on a curved surface because the ball is so tiny. The toy would probably wobble and even fall off if it tried to walk. But now, imagine the same toy on this huge beach ball. For the toy, it seems like it's just standing on a flat surface. That's because the ball is so big that the toy can see the curve. It's kind of like how we feel when we stand on Earth. The Earth is like a super giant beach ball, and we're just tiny people standing on it. To give you an idea, the curvature of the Earth drops just about 8 inches per mile. So, over a distance of a mile, the change in elevation is almost imperceptible to the naked eye. This is why, for our day-to-day experiences, the Earth appears flat. But why did people believe in a flat Earth for so long? It's not just perception, it's history. Before we had satellites, airplanes, or even the understanding of gravity, people relied on what they could see and feel. The horizon looks flat, and when ships disappeared over it, they seemed to vanish suddenly, not gradually. In ancient cultures, many believed the Earth was a flat disk or a square floating in space. It wasn't until the Greeks, like Pythagoras and Aristotle, observed the shape of the Earth's shadow on the moon and the way stars changed position depending on where you were, that the spherical Earth model gained traction. Even today, some people still claim the Earth is flat. But let's talk about why it still looks flat to us. When you're standing in a wide open area like this field, your brain processes the environment using visual cues. It compares the horizon line with other objects like trees or buildings to determine what's flat. Because the change in curvature is so small over a short distance, your brain interprets this scene as flat. On a larger scale, like when flying in an airplane, you can start to see the curvature if you're at high enough altitudes. But again, it's not obvious because our field of view is limited. The Earth is huge, and we're just tiny dots on its surface. So how do we know the Earth is round? We've measured it. Scientists use experiments like Eratosthenes' shadow experiment, or more modern methods with satellites and GPS. Eratosthenes measured the angles of shadow in 2 different cities to calculate the Earth's circumference, and he was incredibly close to the actual number, over 2,000 years ago. Modern technology has confirmed this with mind-blowing precision. GPS systems, which rely on a network of satellites, only work because of the spherical shape of the Earth. If the Earth were flat, we'd have a completely different set of calculations for navigation. So, to wrap things up, the reason we see the Earth as flat is all about perception and scale. For our everyday experiences, the Earth's curvature is just too subtle to notice. But thanks to science and technology, we've been able to prove and understand the true shape of our planet. Next time you're outside looking at the horizon, remember that you're standing on a giant spinning ball in space, even if it doesn't look like it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.